So here is a quadratic function again, h of x, and in this one you're plotting the graph between -3 and 1. Okay, so h of x is the function 2x squared plus x minus 2. So when x is -3, 2 times -3 squared plus, and in brackets -3, take away 2 and use your calculator. Okay, so the answer you should get here is 13. So when you put in -3, you get out 13. When x is -2, 2 times -2 squared and -2, take 2, is equal to 4. So -2, 4. When x is -1, -1 squared, bracket -1, -2. So you're replacing x every time again, which gives you -1. So -1 and -1. When x is 0, 2 times 0 squared and 0 gives you -2. So 0, -2. And finally, when x is 1, because it asks us to stop at 1, 2 times 1 squared plus 1, take away 2, is equal to 1. So we get 1, 1. So there are the points we're going to use to draw our graph again. And so this time, be careful, we're doing our x and our y axis. We need to get up as far as 13. So somewhere like here. So our x-axis, -1, -2. So I'm keeping the scale the same every time. Okay, and 1, 0 in the middle, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is our y-axis. And down below we need to get down as far as -1. So that's -2. So now we're going to plot the points, x and y. So -3 goes up as far as 13. And put your dot. -2 up to 4. -1 down to -1. 0 to -2. And 1 up to 1. So your graph, when you join your points, you should get a graph that looks something similar to this one. So it's a smooth curve, no rulers, and that graph is h of x equal to 2x squared plus x minus 2 between -3 and 1. Okay, and that's the first one. And now you were asked to do a second one. So the second one is a real problem solving question. Okay, so the second question, we have a tennis ball machine malfunctioning and shoots the tennis ball out so that its height is given by this function. So again we have a function and we're going to complete a table of values relating to x and y for the domain 0 to 6. So again we have our function f of x equals 6x minus x squared. Okay, so when x is 0, 6 times 0 minus 0 squared. So it's the same process, gives you 0, so 0, 0. Do the same then for x is 1, so 6 times 1 minus 1 squared gives you 5. So use your calculator to work them out, okay, nicely. When x is 2, 6 times 2 minus 2 squared gives you 8. When x is 3, 6 times 3 minus 3 squared gives you 9. When x is 4, 6 times 4 minus 4 squared gives you 8. When x is 5, 6 times 5 minus in brackets 5 squared again gives you 5. And finally, when x is 6, 6 times 6 minus in brackets 6 squared gives you 0. So the graph goes 0, 5, 8, up to 9 and back down to 0. So it's a ball thrown up in the air, and now we're going to draw the graph. So the graph goes across from 0 to 6. So we don't have any minuses in this one. So there's our x. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Going up as far as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on our y-axis. So this is our height in meters, because it tells us that in the question, height in meters in y. And on the x-axis is the distance travelled. Okay, so distance travelled. So the first point we plot is 0, 0. So 0, 0, which is here. The second point we're going to plot is 1 up to 5, 2 up to 8, 3 up to 9, 4 up to 8, 5 up to 5, and 6, 0. So your graph is a smooth golf shot, something like so. And that's the function f of x equals 6x minus x squared between 0 and 6. So we've completed the table, part A. The first part is to complete the table. The second part is to draw the graph. Now, the third part, what is the maximum height reached by the ball? So if this is the shot and it goes up, what's the maximum height reached by the ball? So part 3, maximum height is equal to, so what's the height here? So it's 9 meters. Okay? If the player hits the ball when it's at a height of 2 meters, estimate the 2 possible distances the ball has travelled. So that question's asking us, if the player hit the ball from this height here, 2 meters, and it followed around a similar kind of a path, where would the ball end up? Well, the ball would end up travelling about 6.5 meters. Okay? And it would reach a maximum height of about 10 meters. So it would go up 10 and it would go across 6.5. So it's following the same shot, except this time the man is standing here when he hits the shot. Man or woman standing here. Okay?